Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So I'm really excited today because I have a little haul video for you. This is from Sweetie Nail Supply. If you don't know, they are an importer who brings a lot of the Korean and Japanese gel brands to Canada, but you can order from America and they'll ship to you. But I've been really wanting to try Korean and Japanese gel products because I've just heard so much about the quality. I was lucky enough to get some of these items for Christmas, and I also ordered some on my own. So I just wanted to show them off. The first thing I have here is a brush from Doi, I believe is how you pronounce it. There's a nail artist on Instagram called Nailbayo who I've been following for a long time, and they have gel brushes and some accessories and gel polishes that I'll show later, but I was going to show off the brushes first. This one here is by Diami. Super skinny detail liner brush. I'm really excited to use this. I think it'll be great for doing those finer details on characters or for doing like really fine geometric patterns, just things like that. So this is the short liner at number 10 from Diami. I'll have all these linked below. They are quite expensive, so this one I think was like $20. I got it on sale though for maybe $15, but I can tell that the quality is there. The next thing is another Doi brush. This is, I believe, number 2. Yeah, number 2. This one is a long straight-edged brush, so I got it for gel application. As you can see here, I'm just testing out the bristles and how flexible they are. They seem really nice and soft, but with a lot of elasticity to them so that they'll bounce back into shape. So I'm excited to use this one for my gel application, especially like overlay gels and thicker ones. I think it'll apply that well. Then I also got the third brush, so I got all 3 brushes in the Nailbayo set. These ones are cheaper. I think it was only like $12 per brush. But again, this one is just a rounded end brush. I thought it would be good for details, maybe like some flowers, or again, just regular gel application. Really nice soft bristles, but still that have that flexibility to them so that they bounce back into shape. I've been following this creator for a while, and I saw them launch their gel polishes and their brushes, and I've really been wanting to give them a try. They do that really cool, like refined look that is very typical of Japanese nail art that I'm excited to try. So this is the white milky gel, and as you can see, I stocked up. I got 3 of them because I'm always in the market for a really nice milky white. I have used other brands that are great, don't get me wrong. Things like Born Pretty is awesome. But with these ones, I feel like you really do get what you pay for. Each bottle, I believe, is $15 when it's not on sale. If you can get like a 20% off coupon though, it becomes even cheaper. And I will tell you, man, is it worth it. So I often spend quite a bit of time trying to even out my milky polishes to make sure that there are no streaks or uneven coloration, because with polishes that are a bit transparent, sometimes you can get streaking if you don't paint them on really easily or really evenly. But when I tell you that this self levels like a dream, oh my gosh, you can paint on 1 coat and leave it for like 10 seconds and it will self level to an even coat with even coverage. It's great, honestly. I also got the Doi Vanilla. This color is more of like a off-white, more of a tan white. It looks really tan like in the bottle, but when you put it on, it's not quite as dark. That's what it looks like there coming out of the bottle. These have a really nice consistency. They're on the thicker side, but not too thick to where they get lumpy. You can still get a really nice even coat with them. And I really like the brushes. The brush feels very, like I said, flexible to where it like bounces back to shape when using them. So here's the milky white compared with the vanilla. Again, the vanilla is just like a slightly off white. Then I got the pink. So this is the Doi Pink. To me, this is just like a great warm toned pink color. It's not super peachy, so she does have other pink colors. She has like I believe like a peach pink and a more cool toned pink. I think that's like rose quartz or something, but I went for just the standard pink. Again, this is like a syrup gel, I believe is what it's called. So it has a sheer finish to it, but not too sheer. I really like this kind of polish. I feel like it just gives you so much depth and dimension when you're painting with it. You can layer it really easily. Like this one here would be perfect for like a quartz look. I also went for a purple. So this is the Doi Violet color. This one is actually pretty bright for like a violet color. I was expecting maybe a little bit more of a subdued purple, but honestly, I love the color payoff that it gives. Again, great consistency. Self-levels amazingly, and it's really easy to use. I noticed when I was doing a look with these polishes, I'm recording this voiceover after I've already unboxed everything and used some things, but I've noticed that it just makes painting so easy, and it saves me a lot of time that I would have spent like fiddling with polish and making sure it has a nice even coverage, because I am definitely a perfectionist. It's a bit of a problem, honestly. I spend way too much time trying to perfect the coat and making sure that everything looks impeccable. It's something I need to work on, because it means when I'm making a set, it takes me far too long than it should, but these gels have just made it so much easier. So this is the Jade color, and honestly, this is the one I've been looking forward to using the most. I don't know why, but I've been loving green lately, especially this nice cool toned subtle green. On camera, this is looking very gray, and while it is cool toned, I do think in person the color shows up a little bit more, but it's just like this perfect moss jade green. Again, very subtle. It's hard to see on the camera. There's more color to it in person. Right now it just looks kind of gray, the way that my phone is picking up the color. So there is more pigment to it than what is being shown, but it is subtle. So it's very much for like a subtle look. Count how many times I've said subtle. Probably too many times in one video. Next up, I got some of the Jin B Sweet Tea collection. So I got 4 colors. This one is 167. They do all come wrapped in plastic, which is really nice. This is like a nice peachy shade. I wanted a pastel orange color for spring, so I got this one here. Again, this is that syrup gel consistency and transparency, so it's going to have a bit of sheerness to it. These two went on like a dream. I have only used the Jin B Crazy top coat before, so I wanted to try out some of their color line, and I was impressed. Same thing, they self-leveled really well. That's just one coat of even coverage there. So I'm excited to paint more with these. I also got a green from the Jin B line, and this green is very similar to the Doi color that I just showed. However, it is slightly more, I would say, like warm toned, meaning it has a bit more yellow to it, and it's just a touch more vibrant. So this is like a really good spring green, whereas maybe the other green is good for fall and winter looks. Either way, they are both gorgeous. Again, this one goes on like a dream. Self-levels super easily. The color on this one shows up a little bit more on camera. Again, a bit more yellow than the other one, which I'm showing here. So that's a comparison, just one's a bit more cool. They're both about the same value, as in like they're both a very pastel green. They really don't look different here in the video, but I promise you, one is slightly more yellow. Then I got the blue color 171. I had been wanting just a really nice pastel jelly blue. Not jelly, but syrup gel. So this one is gorgeous. It is on the periwinkle side. So it's almost got a bit of purple in it, I would say. So if you're looking for like a sky blue, like a turquoise blue, an aqua blue, it's not going to be your color. But if you're looking for like a really pretty periwinkle blue with just a bit of purple in it, this one's perfect. Again, look at how even that coverage is. So easy to use. I will know I've made it, I hate to say, when I finally get sponsored by like Sweetie Nail Supply or Zillaboo, one of these brands that imports the Korean and Japanese gels. Once I start getting PR from them, that's when I know my nail career is at its peak. So I also got the purple color from that Sweet Tea collection. This one, I would say, is similar to the Doi color, except for this one is almost more pink, a little bit more warm toned. Realistically, I did get some repeat colors here, like you probably only need either the Jin B or the Doi Violet. Same with the greens, you probably only need like either the Jin B Sweet Tea green or the Doi Jade. But what can I say? I'm a hoarder. I have a problem. I set myself a monthly budget for nail supplies. This happened to be Christmas, so I treated myself. I got a few extras, but I do like the colors overall, and I think it's worth it to try the different brands. So this one here was a really nice black cat eye gel polish. It has hollow glitters. I've been wanting a nice cat eye black gel polish, and I thought this would be perfect for like space looks or maybe even like a darker Y2K look. So this goes on really evenly as well. I only show one coat. You probably would be better off with 2 coats here just to get that black really deep. But I just wanted to do 1 coat to see what the cat eye effect looked like. So I went in with my magnet. Because there are multiple types of glitter from what it seems here, I think the best way to use this is with one of these looks where you isolate the magnetic particles into maybe like a line or a curve of some sort. That gives a really pretty distinct cat eye look. Then I've also really been wanting to try Yogurt Gel Korea, which is a brand that makes syrup gels. That's what they seem to be famous for. I have these really cute little teddy bear charms that I've been dying to use, so I got this color here. I believe it's from their vintage collection. Again, I'll link everything down below. But I wanted like a nice tan or a nice light brown. Again, I'm thinking teddy bear charms with maybe that tweed look. So I got this color thinking it would be perfect for that. It is like a really nice, just light tan color. Sometimes those tan colors get a little bit too yellowy for me, but this one is a perfect mix of like warm and cool tones. Goes on super evenly, really nice. I would say in comparison to maybe like the Doi colors, these ones definitely have more pigment. So if you're looking for a more pigmented syrup gel, go with the yogurt gel. If you're wanting something a little bit more sheer, more buildable, then Doi seemed a bit thinner. Although I know the Doi line is more of a recent brand, so they don't have a ton of colors right now. So if you want more color options, check out the Yogurt Gel Korea, or Yogurt Nail Korea, I believe is what it's called. This is just a really pretty blue. It's from the same collection. It's almost like a muted navy blue. And it goes really well with this brown, actually. I didn't mean to get these two together. Although I suppose they're from the same collection, so usually collections mesh well together. But yeah, there's that. Again, this one might benefit from 2 coats, as you can see on the swatch stick at least. There's a bit of uneven coverage, but that also might just be that I'm painting on the underside of the swatch stick, and so it's pulling. Now I have used this color. So I recently did a look that was pink and green, and I used this for some of the accents, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Again, I'm obsessed with green right now, especially these like cool toned pastel greens. This one's a deeper shade than the Jade or the Jin B Sweet Tea Collection green. I wanted something that was a bit more vibrant, I suppose. It's still a pastel. It's still a very subtle color, but it definitely shows up more than like the Jin B or the Jade from Doi. And I can't get over this color. It's beautiful. And it's not yellowy, so it's not pukey, because I know some greens can end up looking, you know, a little bit gross, a little bit like something you shouldn't be painting on your nails. But that color, I'm obsessed with it. I also got a sunny yellow to finish out my pastel color set for the spring. This one's really nice. It's like a very true yellow. It's not too orange, not too cool tone. It's like a perfect sunny yellow. That's the color Syrup 25. Here it is compared to that green. So it is very light. It's a pastel color. It looks a little bit darker in the bottle than it shows up on camera and on the nail, but you can build up to a deeper color if you would like. I still can't get over how easily these paint on. So yeah, that was it for the solid colored gels. Now I also got these sparkly yogurt gels. This was part of a collection. Again, I was feeling spring vibes, preparing early. So these all have really pretty duo shift glitters in them. We got this pink color here. The pink one, as you can see, has these gold glitters in them. It's like a blue to gold shift. The color of the polish is super subtle. So this is definitely like a topper or something that you would put on a nail that you want to have a bit of transparency to. So the color isn't very vivid. I don't think it's supposed to be. Again, it's more of like a pastel glittery look. I got the yellow version too from the same collection. It's number 8. I also just want to say the packaging of these bottles is so nice. These ones have like a matte glass that just feels substantial. So it's got some weight to it because it's glass. The matte coating is going to make sure that if your polish ends up in the sun, it's not going to cure inside the bottle. They just feel really nice. So the yellow color also has kind of that like gold and blue shifting glitter in it. Again, you can see here the color of the polish itself is not super pigmented. It just gives a subtle hint of yellow or gold. Very pretty. I'm excited to do some spring looks with all of these products. And I got the green. So this is more of like a mint green. It's number 6. It's a bit more cool tone. It's not very yellow toned at all. I would almost call this like an aqua. This one has really beautiful yellow and green or blue shifting glitters in it. As you can see here, we got some of the yellow, the blue, and the green coming through. I may have gone overboard with the gel polishes because I have all of these ideas of designs that I want to do. It's just for me about finding the time. I'm actually a high school teacher for my main job, so that keeps me pretty busy during the school year. So finding time to use all these can be difficult, but I'm really excited anytime I get new products and I get to try new designs with them. So here we have the blue for the yogurt gel. It's number 7. This one also has those gold shifting glitters in them. This one is more of like a blue, purple, gold glitter shift. Really pretty baby blue. Here it is in comparison to the green. I think this would make for an amazing winter set. I know we're kind of leaving winter. Well, I suppose not. It's only February when I'm filming this. I think it glitters just like snow does. I grew up in Alaska, so I have, unfortunately, a lot of experience with snow. I live in Florida now because I prefer beaches to cold and dark and winter 9 months out of the year. But occasionally, I do miss the look of snow. It is gorgeous in the winter. Then I also got the white polish. So this one had different glitters in them. Instead of it being like a really strong yellow, pink, or blue shift, this one seemed much more muted, which went well with the white color. So it still has a little hint of the yellow, a little hint of the pink, even a little hint of like the green and blue, but it is more subtle. And I think it actually suits the polish well because it does have that milky white polish holding all the glitter together. This also would be amazing for a winter set. Excuse the smog hairs on my swatch stick. I have a long-haired cat. He's a Munchkin Persian and his name is Smog. I think he's shown up in 1 or 2 other videos, but his hair gets everywhere. I try to keep my station really clean, but sometimes they sneak in there. Okay, so this one is by Bevla is the name. I can read, I promise. And this is the Nana Flower Gel. Now I picked these up because I saw them used as like a falling flower look. They will probably be really good for that flowers in milk bath look as well. But I just thought the colors in here were right up my alley. There are pinks and greens and little gold flecks that just make this look like, I don't know, like you're outside in the springtime and you have flower petals and leaves falling around you. I just thought they would be really good for spring and summer sets. I have this whole idea in my head of doing a love letters themed set with this flower polish and like pinks and greens. So I'm excited to try these out with that. Now the gel is slightly yellow in the pot, and I was kind of worried about that color transferring over, but when I swatched it out, actually there's none of that yellow cast at all. It's crystal clear. You can move it around easily so you can distribute the petals where you would like them. So yeah, definitely worth it. Really pretty. Bevla makes a bunch of different textured gels that look really cool. I know they have a tweed line that I would love to try, but that's what it looks like. You could definitely layer this with some actual flower petals too, and that would be really pretty. It would look great over color. Okay, and I also got this from Nailbayo. It's little gold flakes. Now, I love gold flakes versus gold sequins. What I mean by flakes is shapes that are irregular. They look like shards of like broken glass or crystal. So the shape is not all hexagonal or circular. I was really excited to find this. They are expensive. Okay, it was like $6-7 for this little thing of the flakes, but honestly, I couldn't find them anywhere else, and they were on sale when I purchased all these products for like a Boxing Day sale after Christmas. So I think it was only like $4 for me, but definitely worth it. It's gorgeous gold color. It's not too yellowy, and I will definitely be using these in the future. I also stocked up on my crazy thick top coat. This is what I was talking about before when I had mentioned I tried some Jin B products. This is the one I currently have open. I don't want to open my new one, but I'll show you what it looks like. So this top coat is amazing. I use it for almost everything. When I do my aquarium nails, I'll use it mixed with some of like the Marquardt nail glue. It has a really great thick consistency. Please ignore the fallen charms. Sometimes I lose caviar beads in here because I think it's amazing for applying caviar beads. But as you can see here, it's really thick. So it holds its shape for the most part. It does have some self-leveling, which is necessary because I use it to encapsulate gems on a nail or charms. If you just run a bead of this around a charm, it'll seal it in completely. You won't get your hair stuck under the charm when you're running your fingers through your hair. And the best part is, it is non-white. It does yellow a little bit, I will warn you. So you don't want to use a whole bunch of it in a thick coat on top of like a white nail because it does yellow slightly. Not as much as like some resins I've used, but there's a little bit of yellowing. However, because it's non-stick, it is so worth it. I absolutely love that product. So here I'm just showing off all of the swatches one more time. This was the cat eye polish and the Yogurt Nail Korea sparkly gels. These are the Jin B Sweet Tea Collection polishes that I ordered. And these ones here are from Yogurt Nail Korea. And last but not least, I have the Doi line. So as you can tell, the Doi line is a lot more subtle. So if you want more vibrant colors, go with Yogurt Nail Korea, and the Jin B collection was a little bit in the middle. Okay, so that is actually everything that I purchased and received as a gift for Christmas. I feel super lucky to be in a position, honestly, where I can even afford to buy these kinds of gels. They're not super cheap, but I do firmly feel like you are paying for the quality. I am somebody who is definitely a bit frugal. I live on a teacher salary. We don't make that much, unfortunately. So I do have to set a budget for myself. And usually I gravitate towards some of like the cheaper gel products that, don't get me wrong, they work. But I will say, if you have a little bit of money to splurge and get yourself maybe just like the colors that you use most in these Korean gel brand products, you won't be disappointed. The way that the color goes on and self-levels is worth it to me. For one, it saves me time. And for two, it just makes painting so much easier, which in turn for me makes it so much more fun. I am somebody who, again, I don't have a lot of time to work on nails. It's really just a hobby for me. I do sell press-ons. So I do sell press-ons on the side on my Etsy, which is linked in the description of this video. But mostly this channel and my business is for me to expend some of my creative energy. So I'm somebody who's painting on the side when I have the time, when I'm not grading papers or planning out lessons or worrying about kids at school. So anything that will save me time, for me, is worth it. So I really would say, if you have the money, if you have the ability, get yourself some of these Korean, Japanese gel brands. The quality really is there. And I will say, especially if you can get a coupon or a discount of some sort, it makes it worth it. I think so. If you don't have money for the Korean gel brands, a great alternative is Born Pretty. I've been using a lot of their like semi-sheer syrup gels for a long time, and I really like those. But I am excited to try out something new. They're also just really aesthetic. As somebody who does nails and likes pretty things, I do appreciate an aesthetic look. So this is everything. Again, thank you so much for stopping and watching. Right now, I, again, mostly do this for myself, but I do sell press-ons on Etsy. If you have seen my designs and you like my looks, please go over there and check it out. My links will be in the description. I also have an Instagram where I post the nail sets that I've made, and I do take custom orders. So if you have a design you want me to recreate, just send me a message. But thank you so much for watching. I finally have a setup going for work with me videos, so expect to see some of those coming out soon, where I take you through my design process as I work on a set of nails. And I have a bunch more hauls that I have filmed. I just have to find the time and the motivation and energy to do voiceovers, because I hate hearing myself in recordings. I'm still really awkward at this. So yeah, enough rambling. Again, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you all next time. Bye.